When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. There are no facts, only interpretations. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. Ultimately, it is the desire, not the desired, that we love. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well, the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Sex, a sweet poison only to the withered, but to the lion-willed the great cordial and the reverently reserved wine of wines. The thought of suicide is a great consolation. By means of it one gets through many a dark night. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. In heaven, all the interesting people are missing. Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. It is hard enough to remember my opinions without also remembering my reasons for them. Without music, life would be a mistake. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. I am a forest and a night of dark trees, but he who is not afraid of my darkness will find banks full of roses under my cypresses. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. Every deep thinker is more afraid of being understood than of being misunderstood. Man is the cruelest animal. I cannot believe in a God who wants to be praised all the time. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life. No one but you yourself alone. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. One ought to hold on to one's heart, for if one lets it go, one soon loses control of the head too. One repays a teacher badly if one always remains nothing but a pupil. A thought, even a possibility, can shatter and transform us. The true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason he wants woman as the most dangerous plaything. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. Invisible threads are the strongest ties. I would believe only in a God that knows how to dance. All I need is a sheet of paper and something to write with, and then I can turn the world upside down. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and the impossible. You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes? Silence is worse. All truths that are kept silent become poisonous. We have art in order not to die of the truth. They muddy the water to make it seem deep. Art is the proper task of life. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. Beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. There is not enough love and goodness in the world to permit giving any of it away to imaginary beings. After coming into contact with a religious man, I always feel I must wash my hands. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. A thinker sees his own actions as experiments and questions, as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all. There are two different types of people in the world: those who want to know and those who want to believe. That which is done out of love is always beyond good and evil. In truth, there was only one Christian, and he died on the cross. What does your conscience say? You should become the person you are. Be careful, lest in casting out your demon you exorcise the best thing in you. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Faith, not wanting to know what the truth is. It is my ambition to say in 10 sentences what others say in a whole book. Everything the state says is a lie, and everything it has stolen. One must give value to their existence by behaving as if one's very existence were a work of art. One must be a sea to receive a polluted stream without becoming impure. Doom-doo. If you know the why, you can live anyhow. Distrust all in whom the impulse to punish is powerful. Madness is something rare in individuals, but in groups, parties, peoples, and ages, it is the rule. The most perfidious way of harming a cause consists of defending it deliberately with faulty arguments. And once you are awake, you shall remain awake eternally. Talking much about oneself can also be a means to conceal oneself. The voice of beauty speaks softly. It creeps only into the most fully awakened souls.